reconsider and act upon resolution number R180830B, approving a pilot agreement payment in lieu of taxes with American Eagle Portfolio project for the acquisition of facility. Mr. McCormick, there'll be a second part of this also.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I guess I need to move at this point. You need a motion at this point?
Yes, sir, let's have a motion and then we'll get
I move the council approve the resolution as proposed.
do I have a second, please?
You want to
I want to approve the resolution as proposed.
Mayor, are we on just item E2A?
Yes.
Okay, so, Mr. Rapley, did you circulate a proposed resolution R18-08-30-B?
For the payment pilot, yes.
So Mr. Rapley says that he circulated that, a resolution R18-08-30-B. Hopefully that's in the council pack. Mr. McCormick, is your motion then to adopt resolution R-18-08-30-B as
That's
included
correct.
in the council packet?
I'll
That's
second.
correct.
Okay, we have a motion on the table by Mr. McCormick and a second by Ms. McGlynn. Now we can go into session.
Okay. I had a good deal to do with writing this agreement in the first place. I'm sorry? Better? Okay, I had a good deal to do with writing this proposal in the first place. And I asked for reconsideration on both of these proposals because it appeared to me that there were concerns that hadn't been addressed and information that we hadn't received about the governance of the corporations with whom American Eagle did the most business. In other words, those organizations providing management and services for their facilities. And there were some questions about whether or not there might be a problem there. And I have received a good deal of cooperation from Mr. Kelman. I've gotten a great deal of information from him, and I've provided that to Mr. Rapley, and I'm told that he has forwarded it to all of the council members. I got 3 years of tax returns for American Eagle Parent Corporation. I got surveys of those institutions at which American Eagle provides a continuum of care and which are evaluated by the state. I got the management of all of their major contract partners that provide services to the majority of their facilities. And I had some discussion with Mr. Kelman about the services that would be offered here. And I want to tell the council, and I know you've gotten the information, or you should have had the information and had an opportunity to look at it, although I understand there was a great deal of paper in 3 years of tax returns, plus the other information that I provided. Mr. Kelman has assured me that the facility that we have here does not have and will not have Medicare or Medicaid tenants. All of their patients are private care, and he anticipates that to continue to be the case in the future. So the concern that might have been present about having indigent persons being treated here and not being well cared for doesn't seem to be reasonable. It appears to me that the ratings that were provided to Mr. Kelman's facilities, American Eagle's facilities across the board, were satisfactory and the exemplary in their level of competence and care for their patients. The management of the corporations with whom American Eagle has the largest relationship, there are 3 of them, are not related to American Eagle's management. And so the concern that was present at one point about whether American Eagle might have some improper relationship with the management of for-profit entities with whom they had relationships or for whom they received services. That doesn't happen. And it appears to me that American Eagle is running a well-run and above-board operation. I no longer find any reason to oppose approving either of these resolutions. And so my recommendation across the board is going to be that both resolutions be approved and that we let them proceed forthwith with their project.
Thank you, Mr. McCormick. Ms. Scott, did you have anything to add to Mr. McCormick's synopsis?
My only question, was there any changes made to either of these documents since
Not
we
by
saw them
me.
the first time? Okay.
Ms. McLean, did you have anything to add to this conversation?
No, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Winger? Mr. Gregory?
I want to say I appreciate all the time and effort that Mr. McCormick has gone through to get all this information out. It can be awfully tedious and awfully boring, but it was very much appreciated. That notwithstanding, I believe that the reason I voted as I did the last time, that reason is still valid. But I do appreciate all the time and effort that you've done.
Thank you. Okay, with that said, I think due to the importance of this, we're going to have a roll call vote, and we will start on the left with Mr. McCormick. How do you vote, sir, on the motion on the table?
I vote to approve the resolution.
Ms. Scott?
I vote to approve.
Ms. McLean?
Approve.
Ms. Douglas? Okay, it's 3-2. Thank you, council. Gentlemen, thank you.
Mayor, members of the council, Mr. City Manager, new city attorneys, and Minerva. Once again, I'm Jerry Harris, a partner in Hush Blackwell in their Austin office, and Arnold Cantu is the bond lawyer on this matter. And once again, on behalf of American Eagle, we appreciate being here a couple of times. You'll be glad to know we will not be speaking at your budget hearing tomorrow night, but thank you for all you've done to work hard to make this work.
We'll miss you.
Sir?
And we need to vote on the other resolution too.
Yes. Yeah, this is the bond lawyer.
Sir.
They'll be placed with Piper Jaffray. I believe there'll be a public sale. So I believe so. I don't know the details of that, to be quite honest. But the SEC disclosure will still apply.
Thank you. There is another resolution here to be voted on, and that's,
I'm sorry,
ahead.
Mayor.
there is another resolution to be voted on here real quick. I'm sorry, I
Oh,
missed
sorry.
that
Excuse
before we
me,
did.
Mayor. Excuse me.
Reconsider and act upon resolution number R18-08330A, approving solely for the purpose of section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code, the issuance of the Capital Trust Agency of its Senior Living Revenue Bonds American Eagle Portfolio Project Series 018 for the purpose of financing the senior living facilities therein described, one of which is located in the city, and providing the effective date. Mr. McCormick, did you?
I move we approve the resolution as proposed.
Okay, we have a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second by Ms. Scott. Any type of other thing to say? Okay, all right. Roll call again, Mr. McCormick.
Vote to
Yay.
approve the resolution.
Ms. Scott?
Approve.
Ms.
Approve.
Ms. Winger? No. Mr. Douglas? No. Okay, so 3-2, it carries. Thank you very much. Thank you and good night, sir. Mr. McCormick, your traditional.
Move to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Yes, sir. Do I have a second? Second. That's all right. Thank you. Thank you, council. Thank you, everyone.